What's up, YouTube? Got a quick video on some tips and tricks for installing a power steering pump on your OBS Ford, OBS Bronco. Really, this about applies to all of the F-Series trucks and Broncos all the way back to the 80s. I think it's all relatively pretty the same, but I watched a couple YouTube videos and kind of compiled all the stuff that I liked in those other YouTube videos and the stuff I learned along the way. And so this isn't a full tutorial. You can go watch some other people's videos if you want a full detailed 25-minute tutorial video. This is just some stuff I learned from them and along the journey of me doing it myself that I think will answer, some of the questions that are kind of most people are wondering before they do this job. So anyways, let me flip the camera around and we'll jump into it. So I already have my new pump installed on my bracket. If you're wondering why I took the whole bracket off, I would say that is tip number one. It's way easier to pull this pulley off and pull your old pump off with this bracket outside the truck. And it's really not that hard to take this bracket off. Your AC compressor is going to sit right here. It's 4 bolts. Pop those off and then you can I just got my AC compressor sitting right on top of the motor, just resting. And then you got 4 bolts that hold this bracket on, and then it comes right off. And of course you gotta, take your serpentine belt off. But that is gonna make your life so much easier rather than leaning over the hood, reaching down, dropping all your tools on the ground, losing stuff. Just go ahead and pull this baby out of there and make your life easier. Tip number 2 is to make sure before you even start this job that you got a puller remover set, pulley remover and installer set. Some people call these like bearing puller sets. It kind of does both pulleys and bearings, but I got this obviously from the old Harbor Freight, but you can get them on Amazon too, like next day, 25 bucks, including shipping and tax. You are going to need this in order to do this job because you are not going to get that pulley off of there. I tried a 3-jaw puller, didn't work. I've seen some guys try to wedge stuff behind there. You just end up busting the pulley because it's plastic. So just spend the 25 bucks, get you one of these. I'm sure you'll use it again. AutoZone and all the big, retailers will loan you this if you want. But honestly, just go ahead and buy your one and put it in your stash of all your other boxes of little pulley sets and knickknacks you got. Well, that's definitely step number 2, because if you think you're going to do this job without it, you're not. I started this job and didn't realize that those pulleys were pressed on there. I thought it was just, bolted on there. Luckily, I already had this in my tool set, so if I didn't know that, I would have been stuck. So if you're trying to go to work the next day and you ran into that and you got your truck half torn apart, you're screwed. So tip number 2. Tip number 3 is, get this to focus here. That little white O-ring, so to say, it's actually a nylon washer, nylon O-ring. When I took that hose off of my old pump, that nylon washer was so mangled, it just looked like a tiny bit of like Teflon tape, like I got here on this fitting. I like to, put a little Teflon tape, not too thick, but a little Teflon tape on all my fittings. That way, corrosion or whatever, they just come apart easier the next time, thread in better. But anyways, when I took this fitting out of my old power steering pump, I just thought it was a tiny bit of Teflon tape left on there. Luckily, I saw on some other guys' videos that there's actually a special tool to put these on. You got to buy from Ford, but a couple of guys just, showed that you can work it down on there without that special tool. But some guys actually say you can put it in hot water, really hot water, and, make it more malleable to slide down on there. But make sure you put that nylon O-ring washer back on there, or else you're going to get this all together and you're going to start pumping fluid out and you're gonna be like, what the heck, dude? Like I got a defective pump or something. So that's tip number 3. Tip number 4, like I was saying, if you want to put a little Teflon tape on your threads, some guys argue against it. I've never had one fail or leak that I put Teflon tape on. I've had ones leak that I didn't put Teflon tape. So that's just my tip. And then, you know, tip number 5, obviously, pull your airbox out. It's gonna make a life a lot easier. It's just 2 bolts on each side of there, and you got 2 little plastic washers that hold that onto your front. But anyways, that's what I've learned so far doing this job. I'll show you what it looks like. I actually just put a new Remand steering box on there, so the whole steering system's gonna be real good on this. I'm gonna go get an alignment and new tie rods and all that, and make her, I want her to feel like driving a brand new truck. But as you can see, gives you a lot of room. Plus, if you ever, you know, while you got all this out, if you need to do anything else, change your freeze plug, go ahead and change your oil filter, change your water pump, it's halfway done. You know, it gives you a lot of access to stuff if you want to go ahead and do some other maintenance while you're here with all that in your way. But anyways, I'm gonna keep chugging along and finish installing this baby. And if I got anything else, I'll add it in this video. If I don't got anything else, thanks for watching, and I hope this video helps you. And if it cuts to another clip, that's just bonus tips and tricks. If not, peace.